Next on my agenda, before college, meaning high school. If you plan on going into art, I would suggest starting art early. If you have no experience, it's very hard to get a grasp of what you'll have to do in college, especially if you go to a school for art. If you're going to a community college, it's a little bit different because, they've got to have classes that can accommodate anyone who wants to take an art class, not just hardcore students. Teachers will assume that you already know certain things. Perfect example, we are currently working in clay in my foundations class. It's the first time they've ever taught clay to a foundations class. However, they failed to tell us that if you put clay on clay and leave it hollow on the inside and then put it in a kiln, it's going to blow up. I feel like that's a pretty vital thing to not mention. It's weird. So either way, I don't know how that project is going to turn out because I have a feeling a lot of these things are going to just blow up in the kiln because, again, schools have different resources. Maybe someone went to a school where they couldn't get ceramic training. You just don't know. Either way, my suggestion is take the art courses that you can while you can, because even if, you're not interested in a certain thing, like maybe you don't want to do ceramics, you're just like, oh, I'll just do it in college. That's not a good idea, especially with ceramics. At the school, you have access to so much. You have access to glaze, the clay bodies, the kilns, tons of time, and I'm sure with most professors, if you wanted to do something that wasn't for class, they'd let you do it. The thing is, in college, you have to pay for it, and it's not part of your school bill. So, say I'm coming here for $20,000 a year. I don't actually know what the official price is, but say that's how much I'm coming here for. So, that's my whole school year, right? I paid $20,000, I'm done, right? No. Books and supplies are the exact same thing. You have to buy so much. I had to buy a $10 sheet of paper last week, I think. So when it comes to clay, you have to buy the clay you're using. In high school, you don't. So I'd suggest that if you're thinking about trying it, try it in high school while it's free. So you know if you want to do it. And then if you do want to do it in college, you already have half the experience, so you're not going to be fumbling around and you'll actually be able to make good work. I took jewelry at West. And I took it twice. So I took jewelry and then advanced jewelry. I loved jewelry so much. I had awesome friends in that class. Mrs. Kia was the bomb. The thing is, all of the jewelry I turned out in said class was crap. But the thing is, I learned how to use the materials. So when I went back and took advanced jewelry, some of the work I pulled out was, in my opinion, fantastic. And it's such a difference between when I took jewelry and advanced jewelry because I already had a year of experience. So it's better to get your year of experience in high school rather than pay for it in college. The other thing I would suggest is take advantage of the guidance center. Your guidance counselor, talk to them. Mrs. Mitchell was able to pull up a list for me of all of the schools in New York that have an illustration program. Turns out RIT is the only institution in the state that's not in the city that has illustration. I probably never would have looked into RIT had I not known that. Another reason to use the guidance office, scholarships. Find as many scholarships as you can and apply for them. I applied to about 10 different scholarships and I didn't get any of them. Seriously, scholarships, apply for them as soon as you can and apply for any and all. Don't be like, oh, well, that's a little scholarship, or, oh man, I gotta do so much for that scholarship. Don't do that. They're offering free money, just apply, even if it's kind of embarrassing that you qualify for said scholarship.